came up over here.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. Well, it looks a little cloudy out. They say it's going to rain. My background picture back off here. There you go. There I am. Hi, Ron. How you done this morning? Hey, I was playing with something here. I got a little chat box here that I'm adding to the picture, and to see that I can see your chats here. I don't know. I was playing around, wanted to see if it worked. I don't know. There's a delay on this thing. Sometimes, like when what I'm actually saying live and what's coming out takes it almost a minute, half minute, you know, on it, so I don't see it. But anyways, I put this little chat box up. If you write something, you'll be able to see your own chat. See how lucky you are?
Oh, interesting.
How interesting. Hey, cool. You like that? Hey, Google, good morning.
Good morning to you, too. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
You're supposed to say, hey, Google, good morning.
Hi, Lucky Dog. The time is 8 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 72 and partly cloudy. Today, there'll be scattered thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 85 and a low of 69. Have a nice day.
It took her a minute. The first time, she didn't recognize my voice.
It sounded different, like a different person, too.
The Google sounded different?
Uh-huh.
See, Google will recognize your voice, and like...
On the website cnet.com, they say, Amazon's Alexa can now recognize your voice. Starting today, Alexa users can train the voice assistant to distinguish between different voices and offer each user personalized results.
Sue said she liked the chat window. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Anyways, she knows Sue's voice from my voice, and then she'll respond accordingly, you know. She'll say...
See, it hasn't shown up yet on your side chat window.
What's that? I'm not worried about that.
There it goes right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. So anyways, I'm playing with this chat window on it. It's there. I think I can see comments, you know, that it comes up. This way I can see it here. I don't have to look up at this other computer all the time to get your chats. So leave a lot of chats. And what do you want to talk about? That's what I need help with. What do you want to talk about? It's you know, yesterday I was asking for that. Even later on, you know, but nobody leaves comments. so I've been trying to figure out ways that we can be more converse, you know, and you know, I ask people to leave comments. They don't. You know. So anyways, hey Ron, did you get your plane today? I knew you said it was going to come in today on it, so I was just wondering, did you get your plane? Yesterday, what did we do yesterday? Not much. Hung around, been watching our little guppy in our tank, hoping it has babies.
No, it wasn't yesterday that we got your thing. You got that the day before, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was watching it yesterday, and no babies yet, you know. And so didn't do much yesterday, really.
The lawn was mowed the day before, not yesterday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Monday. I think Tuesday in mowed yard. I don't know, where's the days go? Today's Thursday.
Today Thursday?
Yeah, today's Thursday already.
I don't think we do. I got my CBD oil yesterday.
Oh, Ron says I got it last night at 7:30. Oh, you got, and Sue, yeah, Sue did get her new CBD oil. That was the excitement for the day. When you retire, this is what you do. You go to the mailbox and you get a little package, and it's all exciting on it. So Ron's going to probably work on putting that plane together today. See if we can get it going. Did you go fly? You said you was going to go out and do some flying yesterday. And so how did that work out for you on it? I was looking at the Worcester paper, and I'll pop this off a minute, and Worcester wants to make a new jail. Like they need a new jail? This thing's almost modern. What I read is they didn't have enough beds. That means they got too many crooks. You know, too many people are in jail, but they probably want to spend millions of dollars to make a new jail up there, and that's Worcester where we came from. But I know other cities are the same way. They pour all this money into things like jails and stuff, and they don't need it. I think they said this one was built in '76. It's really pretty new. Hey, you know, if they have too many people, set up a tent outside. Let them set in a tent. You know, you're crooks. You know, why do you have to build new modern facilities?
That's been there since '76, really?
That's what it said,
wow.
Since '76. That's about right, you know. But it's a pretty new outfit, really. They don't need any more. It's a jail. It's not a Hilton. It's not, you know, vacation time. It's a jail.
Supposedly they're going to put the new one in the parking lot of that one right behind.
Is that what they're saying?
Yep.
That's what they need, you know.
Turn this one into courthouses and offices.
Well, why turn? They needed more beds, what it said, I read.
Yeah.
Why waste that and make more offices and stuff? Take some of these old buildings and use it. Anyways,
I agree.
I saw that yesterday and I thought, well, let's...
they're getting input, but once it gets to this point, they've already got their minds made up what they're going to do. And they'll go and ask for more funding and stuff, and more taxes is how it'll end up being paid. And then they want more deputies to staff it, so...
Yeah. So anyways, it's our tax money being used improperly. Whether it be in Worcester, Ohio, or in Florida, it doesn't matter. So Ron said you had trouble with your DJI again. What's it doing now? I haven't flown mine a lot. It gives me little issues all the time, you know. A lot of times it'll say, I don't know, weak signal or not connected. I mean, it will give me some issues. Some warnings. I've never really had it do anything that caused a big problem. You know, I'll get low signal warnings. I'll get, you know, once in a while it'll lose connection, and the picture will go out for a minute. You know, I just bring it back home on it. It's, you know, I don't know. You know, they're up to, I think, Phantom 5 now. I don't know what's the you know, how much better they are. I know they're better. The deal too with the newer Phantoms drones is you plug I think you plug the thing right into your laptop. It uses a different thing that sends data back, and it's much better. You can get further distance. I think like 4 miles on the Mavic you can get on it, so it's quite a bit of difference. But yeah, I've had little issues. Like I said, not an issue where it's caused me to crash or nothing, but I've had little issues with it on it. Hey, yesterday's news they seen, it says it's high electrical field corpus not working. But I've had that say that a high electrical field compass not working. Okay, high electrical field compass not working on it. And when you know what that could be, high electrical field. When you calibrate your compass, you want to make sure you're nowhere close to anything metal, and that's what that sounds like. A metal fence, a metal roof, a car, you know, anything that's metal, you want to kind of get away from it. And that might be the problem right there. If you calibrated, did your little dance, and it was too close to metal, it might throw that warning off on it. So you might try that. I was seeing gators have been running around here a lot. They captured one great big ass gator over there, and the thing,
yeah.
It knocked one guy. It actually not 2 different times, and they put it in the truck and knocked the handler, the guy who gets them. He knocked him clear out, you know.
It headbutted him.
Well, one of them headbutted, but none took its tail and go boom. I mean, a gator's tail will smack you, but big time, you know. And it smacked this guy around and knocked him down. It's like they had, and then it showed another picture. I was going to try to put that up here, but it doesn't allow it to run on there. But anyways, it was a kid's out. He has a blow-up gator, and he's playing water field, sliding around. And he, and behind him, he didn't notice there was a real gator.
A real gator was up there behind him.
Yeah, there was a real gator, you know.
And I still haven't seen a live gator.
Yeah, Sue hasn't seen a live gator yet, you know, and I've seen quite a few of them, but yeah, the gators are running around wild, you know. It says
you gotta be careful when you go to get in a swimming pool even anymore that they're not in there, you know, especially the in-ground.
Right, they can crawl right in the in-ground poles, you know. One says in the warning, it says the compass is stuck. It's stuck. That's different. I never had it say that. The compass is stuck. I'm not sure. Reboot it and try it again, you know. Try a couple different area or just try it again. I don't know. I never had it say it's stuck on it. But for what I would do is go ahead and do another compass calibration. You were going to say something, Sue?
Oh, just about the gators and stuff. It's harder to get up in the an above ground unless they somehow crawl up onto a deck and go straight in like ours.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you don't have to worry quite so much if it's an above ground, but pretty much just the in ground. I mean, the gators show up in their front yard, in their backyard. They're all around. A lot of places have these little retention ponds in their backyard, not their backyard, but along the back of the property. And so gators are everywhere, especially right now.
Ron said he thinks his drone's in the firmware. Have you done a firmware update recently? I haven't updated my firmware for a long time. It gets weird to those DJI in their firmware. We've had where things won't work right at all after you update the firmware, and you know, they've had issues with them. But I haven't updated mine, and I kind of avoid updating firmware because it can give you problems, you know. But I don't know that they've had a new one recently. I don't know. I'd have to look to see when the latest firmware update was. Well, hey, you know, schools. I wanted to show you a picture. This is the way I would have been when I took my school picture. I like the guy in the upper right hand corner on it there. So Timmy didn't give a shit. So that's I like that. That would be the school picture that I would probably be in.
What? I just now saw it.
Oh, just now saw it. It's like, yeah, that was pretty cool on it. It says, yes, I did it and it was not working right since. Oh, since you did a firmware update. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times that's that. And then you have to wait until they have another firmware update to correct the problem that they caused in that firmware. You know, that's what they tend to do. They call they cause more problems. They get their idiots people working on stuff, and I don't know what they're changing when it was working fine to begin with. They change it and then they do a new firmware update and everything's wrong. Then they got to get those so-called experts to fix it again, and hopefully it does. So crazy electronic stuff can drive you nuts at times, you know. Well, again, hey, do you know Tweety Bird is Tweety Bird now is he's 62 years old, and look at him.
He's a tired Tweety.
He looks like me. He said, "I thought I saw a putty. I put what the talk." He can't even remember if he saw a putty cat or not. But yeah, old Tweety Bird. He's a little younger than me. I'm 65. You know, and so I thought I saw a putty cat. What the fuck? I thought that was pretty cool. So
he's all wrinkled too.
He's all wrinkled, and like we're all, even Tweety Bird is getting old, you know.
Poor old Tweety.
Poor old Tweety Bird. He's a mess, you know.
We saw some big ones, birds over at I did over at the pet shop the other day.
Yeah, I didn't go back and look at the birds, but they had. I think you said it was a blue and gold, Nicole. It was blue and yellow.
Well, it was red, but you said.
Oh, then it wasn't a blue and gold. Then blue and gold don't have red.
Yeah,
it could have been a green wing. It could have been.
Yeah, it was huge.
It could have been there's one. Let's see. Yeah, green wing has red on it. He's my age, Johnny said.
Yeah, this one was almost all red.
Almost all red. I'd have to look at it. You know, there's a lot of different macaws. I'm sure it was a macaw. Ron could probably tell you much about it. He's a bird person.
He's my age.
You know, that poor old Tweety. I wonder if his back hurts like mine. It looks like it does. It looks like he lost all his pin feathers, and it's like.
Well, today's 2 for 1. Buy one fish, get one free day over at the thing. If you wanted to go over and look at another fish.
Oh, I'm broke, so it doesn't. I can look at them, but won't do me any good. I'm broke, you know. So that's a problem. The Social Security comes in, and it lasts about 1 day, and I'm broke again. So it's like, I'm busted. I spent all my weekly or monthly allowance. So we've been watching this Rusty something number. I don't know. He lives in a 16-foot camper. His home base is in Texas. He's been taking off and going around. He went out to New Mexico is where he's at. He did some boondocking, free camping. He's a tightwad. He likes free, and he'll go show videos of local areas. One place they had this, you could go around this town, had some interesting stuff, and it cost $5 to show this whole
all the buildings.
Yeah, I mean, it was all buildings. There was interesting stuff in it, because another vlogger did it, and he's paid the $5. It was pretty interesting, but Rusty wouldn't pay the $5, you know. And he's making these channels, and he does get monetized. You guys paid for him, so, but he won't put nothing into it. So he didn't show that, but he's been around. His plans was, I guess Texas is pretty hot. Hey, hey Google, what's the temperature today, the high in Dallas, Texas?
In Dallas today, expect a high of 100 and a low of 76.
100, see? So he has a place in Texas, home base, where he parks his camper, just a piece of land that he owns. It's nice. He's out nowhere where he got people bugging you and stuff, you know. Well, he was planning on staying out here in New Mexico, like 85, they say. Right around now is the highest it gets, you know. And so he doesn't. I guess he's tired of. He's spent time in a campground, is what he's at. He don't like people too close, so he's going back home. So anyway, that's a little bit what we've been watching.
Yeah, he's set up in the one campground, and they had stinky water, so he left there, and then he went into the in town into this little campground, and it's just too crowded for him. He likes interviewing people and talking to people, but he can't step outside his camper and sit without having the neighbor dog bark or people stopping by. We think he's kind of a hermit. He likes to be out on his own.
But yet, then he likes to be around people sometimes too. So anyway, he's fun to watch. We've been watching.
But he's going back to Texas.
Rusty, what is his number? 80.
Rusty 78609.
Yeah, Rusty 78609. So we've been following him around. It's something to watch. This is what we watch. Is television. Television has crap on it, the old shows. But we watch YouTube. Ron says he spent his monthly allowance too, but he needs a different charge plug for his new battery for his Cessna. So yeah, he may as well get that. So yeah, I run out of money really quick in the month. What is today, the 7th or?
Yeah, one weekend.
Yeah, one weekend, and it's like I'm broke. You know? But I don't get much. I get so little, and that's just my allowance. What I spend, my allowance is very tiny, but the rest of it I put in for house upkeep and stuff. You know, but yeah, I don't go very far. You know, I can buy 1 or 2 items and I'm broke. You know, so. Anyways, that's what's going on today. That's about all I got. Still looking for. Did you have something to say?
I was going to say, have we got anything going on today? I don't know.
Nope, nothing I know of. You know, don't have a thing going on. So, yeah, I'm still looking for more ideas to talk about because I'm running out. You know, it's like, huh?
You did good today.
Well, it was a struggle. It's like, but. Yeah, leave comments. You won't, but leave comments. In fact, I don't know why I say that. I ask people to leave comments later on, but they don't. So the challenge is leave comments or I'm going to quit asking. So it doesn't do any good. I'm begging for comments. Well, then you don't have to leave them if you don't want to. Ron says, hot here the next 5 days. I think we're going to be warm the next few days, too, on it. So anyway, I think I'm going to get out of here. The next... tomorrow morning we'll see what we can come up with. See if I can find something to talk about. If I can't find nothing to talk about, I'll have to cut my chats down because that's like it's a struggle. So, anyways, talk to everybody later. Have a good Thursday, and see you tomorrow.